In other words, are there any ethical concerns in terms of putting stuff on the metaverse rather than on the brick and mortar store? If there are, this is the time to explain it to them so that they don't say, well, I learned about metaverse from Mr. David Jones, so I went to do it. So when they put the handcuffs on them, they should not mention your name. So if there's any ethical concern, better tell them now as a disclaimer, because we are everywhere. Okay?
It wasn't me. You doing it shaggy.
Exactly. It was a clone. Okay, go for it.
So, you know, of course, like with anything, like when we had TVs, like when we came out with cars, like when they came out with satellites, like when they came out, you know, with all this newer technology, when they came out with the internet, there was all this innovative, you know, ethical concerns. And of course, you know, there is. Have we gotten to that point? No. You know, the other day in one of the rooms, you know, somebody brought up the fact of, you know, lenses being this close to our eyes and we don't know the impact that it will cause. And, you know, and people having these goggles on their faces, what is that going to, you know, do for us? And I remind people that, you know, we failed to forget, you know, they say the same thing with TVs. Oh, don't sit too close to the TV, you're going to go blind. I ain't blind yet, and I saw close. And we fail to forget that we got these things called these little cell phones. And I know my mama, hopefully she's not watching, right? She might be. And I know she's blind as a bat, and she's staring at this thing like this, right? A lot of us, okay, are staring at the so we're already past that point, okay? And so when we talk about, you know, when we talk about security, when we talk about, you know, my data and things of that sort, that's what. You got a phone, they already got it. And as my mama told me, if you ain't doing nothing wrong, you shouldn't have nothing to worry about. Because I don't think nobody's on the America's Most Wanted list, so you shouldn't be worried about your data. But I get that standpoint, right, of your data and your security and who you are as an individual. And that's something that this metaverse allows us in a decentralized way of being, where it really gives open source to everybody, depending on what world that you enter into. That's why, just like with Clubhouse, just like with Facebook, just like with all of these, you have to be, you know, read the T's and C's and see where you're at, where you have some risk at. And so, you know, there's going to be multiple things that come down the pipeline within the metaverse. And the great thing that I share with people is that, guess what? You get to hit this new button that's on the metaverse that's called on and off. And you can literally take it off and be gone. And so, you know, I think it's more so up to the personal consumption of what you're going to be utilizing it for. And I think a lot of the times people have drawbacks when they talk about the metaverse because they're utilizing it for the gamification other than where I'm sharing from the business aspects for those of us that are forward thinking and entrepreneurs of how this works. But I see more benefits than drawbacks. But, you know, I'm not going to sit here and be naive. There's always things that can be coming up. But at this point, with me being on it for a year, I haven't been blind. I mean, I was already blind before I got into it, but I don't see a difference.
All right, you see, don't use glasses. So unless you have one of those ones that are implanted into your brain, like they say, is your own glasses implanted into your brain?
No, and actually that's a great question because people ask that question, hey, if I wear glasses, you know, how do I get on it? They actually have lenses that you can put inside the virtual reality goggles to where they fit nice. They're also getting to the point where you can have contacts as well that are going to be, you know, the fully immersive. So I remind people, we've been introduced to metaverse within the movies, within Mission Impossible, within Avatar, within, you know, Avengers, within all these Marvel movies. Hello, they've been showing us where we're going.
That's true, because I remember how I felt when I watched Avatar, the first one. It was unreal to me. I mean, I'm not surprised it did over $1 billion in sales. People are fascinated, and they don't even understand that was Metaverse they were watching. Because when we went to the movies, they gave us these glasses to put on, and it's like you are right there. It was crazy. Now it's becoming almost a commonplace. But the big boys are not telling us that's the Metaverse, that they're already taking positions.
You bring up a great point, brother. That is absolutely spot on. For those of you that have went and watched a 3D movie, and then you go back and you don't watch a 3D movie, it's like, oh, no, I'm good. I want the 3D. Are we going to watch it in 3D? Because if we're not watching in 3D, I'm not going. And that is exactly where I share with people, even you saying this, it would be like you trying to explain what a 3D movie is to somebody, and you literally cannot explain a 3D movie to somebody. It's like, you got to go. And that is the same case with the metaverse. You got to get in there.